Hey everybody!
Hey there, hey. Welcome
Welcome back.
back. Jinx.
I got my camera on today, so I'm excited.
What I was just about to say, the camera is working. The camera is working, everyone. Yay.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, we have so much to get into. So before we start, you know how we always start. Welcome to Soapwire, brought to you by Jabri Reviews Media and Disney Bulletin. And here you get our thoughts on our stories. I am Ashley Sheree.
And I am Deneen. Welcome.
So don't forget, you can always find us on The Bad Place. For me, it's Lady 2Ys underscore ASA, same name on Instagram and also on Blue Sky. Lady 2Ys no underscore ASA.
And I am on Instagram under Neen underscore Amanda and Neen underscore the therapist. And I am on Blue Sky, Neen Amanda. And then I am on Twitter, X,
Whatever you want to call it.
whatever you want to call it, under Kiss My Name.
Girl. So of course we have to start with breaking news before we even get into the soap world. So I know that all of you had to be watching
On Sunday.
when they were talking about Beyond the Gates. Oh my God. Just the excitement that I literally felt was undeniable. What about you?
I was super duper excited, like just to see everything be explained. 27 sets.
27.
Oh, 27
Girl.
about to go crazy. And they're new, they're state of the art, everything is nice. Like, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that the show is based outside of DC. Like, DC is such a culturally like innovative place for like just young Black professionals, just like it's bussing. So I'm glad that it's going to bring a lot of awareness to that area.
Yes, DMV is always just popping with so many Black people and also just with many Black, many other cultures as well, I should say. And I love the fact that they're, going somewhere else and going somewhere different, and also just knowing too that they are shooting in Atlanta. So more than likely, I'm thinking it's probably Tyler Perry Studios. I don't
think so too. It's given. It's given
that, right? So like, I really do think that it might be outside of there because we all know he has a huge studio down there. Just allows them to be once again with all the Blackness, and also just I don't know, for me when I was watching it as well, I kind of got emotional knowing that like behind the scenes there are Black people.
Yes, and just to hear the stories, like I'm a big Vampire Diaries fan. Like I love Kay Graham, and just hearing her experience on the Vampire Diaries, how she couldn't wear her natural hair and how they didn't want her pairing to overshadow any of the other actresses' pairing, and just like to hear that experience from television, and then to see all behind the scenes, just the wigs, everything was just immaculate,
As quiet as it's kept, a lot of times, like I feel like Black women are the only ones who have to know how to not only do our hair and Black people's hair, they have to know how to do everybody else's hair too.
I agree.
So I just love seeing, just the two Black women who were there and were going to be doing the hair and the makeup. It was just amazing to see, like
even the wardrobe.
That's what I was about to say. I think her name is Jessica like Featherson, and I'm telling you, she dressed Steffi down on Bold and the Beautiful. So when I saw that she was leaving, because at first they didn't say where she was going, but I was like, I bet you she's going to Beyond the Gates. So when I
got it, because every Black person has left, different songs. They going to the gates.
Yep, and that's exactly where they were going. When I saw that, and she also has an Emmy, so shout out to her. When I saw that she was leaving, I was just like, ooh, they about to be dressed to the nines, and I just could not. Ooh, the excitement! I couldn't wait. Also just seeing Miss Tooney talking, the leads talking. I just can't wait for the stories. Also, Michelle Valjean, her speaking also to just saying about like how, our stories definitely deserve to be told. Sheila Duckworth talking about it too, and the excitement that they had, and just seeing too that, Miss Valjean didn't really even think that it would be green lighted, but she was like, all right, like, why not try?
I don't think it's going to happen. And look now.
But you just never know. So it's kind of like, always, you never know the impossible and what essentially it could bring about. And I just see so much excitement. Even when I was on A Bad Place, like the amount of people talking about it. So also CBS has really been pushing and promoting, and it's nice to see because unfortunately they don't push and promote soaps like they used to. So to know that they're having this brand new soap opera come, which is primarily the prominent family is a Black family, and how they are pushing this is just like, wow, I love to see it, especially with everything going on right now. So it's nice.
So we officially have like a month left.
Mm.
I think that first episode, like that we drop after it comes, it's gonna be long, y'all. Like just know we're gonna be just like fangirling, super excited. We might have to just do one just for drop
it might have to be like the first episode. We just might have to do a podcast on Beyond Davis episode, and that's like it, because I have a wedding to go to that week, so I'll be in Jamaica, but you already know, girl, like we need to talk about it because I'm still gonna watch it. I'm gonna find a way to watch it. All right. So yeah, it's just exciting. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's just the smiling beams that come across my face when I think about it is undeniable.
I agree.
Also, we did have to acknowledge too, we know that there, the wildfires in California, the GH were actually the soap stars were a part of a fundraiser they held. I believe they raised about like $28,000. So kudos to them for coming together and making sure they did something wonderful for the people who have lost their homes and everything that they worked for.
They had like cast members that were no longer on the show, those that are still on the show. I think Josh Kelly, who plays Cody, and then Bradford Anderson Spinelli were the ones that hosted the event. And it raised a lot of awareness as far as like money. But I want to look into like where exactly is the money going to go? Like, is LA fire relief, but who in particular? So like, I think I'll try to get more information on that, and then we'll touch bases and let you all know.
Yes, definitely. So kudos. Okay, let's get into the recaps and start sharing our thoughts. So we go in alphabetical order, but of course we're going to save General Hospital for last because a lot is going on with General Hospital. But we're going to start off with, of course, Bold and the Beautiful. So we had Steffi going back to Forrester to continue to lay out her plan with Daphne Rose. So I don't know if I think Hope has every right to be skeptical because it is kind of like, girl.
Hope is skeptical because she's shady.
Of course.
No shade, like she's trying to figure out what is it that Steffi wants to do. Is Steffi trying to come in? Is she trying to, take things over? But at the same time, pump your brakes because she still has, stocks and she's a stakeholder within the company. Exactly. And her last name is worth, but yours is not. So at that point,
already the Logans do not know their plays. Like the only Logans that actually really truly have a say is Bridget and Rick, and they're not around. Rick is overseas doing whatever he does, and then Bridget is a doctor. So besides them, I mean, it's really like, Hope, you really shouldn't have a say within family company because you're not a Forrester, you're not family.
And as close as you try to get to Carter, unfortunately, Carter is not family either.
So like, I get why a lot of people say the storyline just essentially doesn't make sense. I get it. But Bold is always doing something with like family takeovers, and you could think about the Spectras, the Maronis, like in family takeover, they always do this. So I feel like they had to kind of figure out something different in how to make it work. But yeah, like I'm just looking like I would be skeptical, of course, of Steffi too if I was Hope, but also it's just like, Hope, like, girl, go somewhere. And Steffi did check her too. she was like,
did and should have
always coming in. But also the whole, y'all already know how I feel about Ridge and Taylor. I hate it. I really, really do. It's just stupid. Over 30 years, and I'll keep saying it's over 30 years, and I need Taylor to be smarter than this, and she's too smart for this. I think, you know, they rush it all the time. They really do at both.
And I feel like this is the definition of a death row contract. Like when you think about the dynamics of their relationship, it is very codependent. Like I'm not with her, so I'm gonna come be with you because I don't know myself without you and her. So because she ain't fucking with me or I'm not fucking with her, I know that you're still here. That's sick. Like
so sick. Rich is sick. Rich is
they even made jokes with Steffi, like your parents back together. Yeah. Like I want to know if Steffi loves that. Like you grown. You shouldn't be enabling this anyway. So
and like I said last time, like if I would not want that man, my daddy, anywhere near my mama. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't, knowing all the pain and
it's too much history.
Why, girl? You know, I'm my favorite stand up. But I also have to say it was funny as hell, you know, as Brooke is like, woo, 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 you know, I think about you all the time. And Rich is like, click. It's like, yo. Where is your self-respect, Brooke?
It's none.
Find it. Seek it out, girl.
It's with Rich. It's she left it with Rich at the house.
Yeah. If she
we shall see it. We shall see where that goes.
We shall definitely see. And of course, my girl Luna, she's still lurking in the Spencer mansion, being all nosy, listening to what whoever Bill is talking to these days. So you have mentioned who you think she's eyeing for now.
He wants Will. Luna wants Will. Luna got star in her crazy ass eyes. Like she wants Will. She creeping listening for Will. And I just feel like poor Electra just went through one fatal attraction. And now they about to go through another one.
Yeah, they gotta figure this out because I want my girl to stay. And it's always a thin line with the crazies. So I don't know. I just want her to be that vixen, but not too crazy that she can't come back. So and it's very hard to like toe that line, especially I feel like with Bold, they always go overboard. So it's kind of hard to figure that out. Because I was actually like rewatching when they had Sheila shoot not only Steffi but Finn as well. And I was just like, after that, then you're gonna bring her back and then make it be like Finn is all confused about like if he should, forgive her and all this other stuff like that. When Finn was like, no, this is not happening. She did this stuff. Da, 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 da. There is no way. I don't care if you're my biological mother. You shot me. You shot my wife. No. And that's the thing with both. They go way overboard sometimes and it's hard to pull it back. And I just don't want the same thing to happen to Luna.
Oh, it's definitely gonna go because I feel like it's so much just playing into her character and her family right now. Mm-hmm. Even with the paternity test, finding out her daddy is not her daddy, her daddy's her uncle.
That's another one.
It's that's a lot, and I feel like that's also going to play into her craziness just all coming out. So it's building, but I feel like you said, it's gonna build too much.
Exactly. So like and like you were saying too, so like, Dr. Lee Finnegan has decided to do a paternity test somehow, somewhere. She had Tom Starr's liver.
I got his blood. Probably play. You got his blood. What are you gonna do? You already know what I want. And I'm sitting there like, well, what's she gonna do? Like that was so their whole exchange was very soapy.
It's so soapy, and like I just love Lee too as well. She goes overboard too sometimes, but I just like love her. And of course, like I saw on Twitter, and it was mostly Twitter. Blue Sky wasn't really like about it like that, but they were thinking like, oh my God, what if it's Finn? If it's Finn, that's absolutely disgusting. And yes, I know Bold can be disgusting. I mean, hello, they had Bridget kiss Ridge. I know this already. They've had so many outlandish stuff. They had freaking Brooke sleep with Deacon, her daughter's husband, and get pregnant with Hope. I know this, but it also in the same token, I'm just like, come on. Like, I do not want Finn to be the father of Luna. That is absolutely absurd because he had to be like a teenager. He is not that old.
They just be trying to make shit shake. I hate when they do that and then make it seem like we as watchers don't know the history, wasn't there, wasn't seeing things. But
Yeah, like I feel like that's going overboard. Jack needs to be the father. It's still a lot of drama that it could still create for Steffi and Finn because now it's his sister. We all know that Finn has a very big heart. Now he has, a sister. He's not by himself. You know what I'm saying? So like, oh God, my sister tried to, kill my wife. Like Finn's family is always
and I can see it. I can see it. What's gonna happen is that they're gonna figure out that they're brother and sister, and then she's gonna need help, and then he's gonna try to get her a job, and then she's gonna get a job where and then while she's there, Alexa gonna be back at work, Will gonna be back at work, and that's how they're gonna tie that shit together.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a mess. But like, it's crazy because I'm looking forward to it if Jack is the father. I'm not looking forward to it if Finn is the father. So they better not do it. So I'm putting in a universe that it's gonna be Jack because it's still soapy, it's still a mess, and I would still like love it. And then plus, like, who doesn't want to see Jack on their screen? Jack is a fine man. Like, I would love to continue to see Ted King on my screen. Like, come on now, you have Ted King. Stop playing.
He's and I love him anyway. I loved him as Alcazar. I loved him as Louise Alcazar and Lorenzo Alcazar. Okay.
Him and Tom Brand, they also had mad chemistry. And I felt like I was the only one back then who actually wanted them together.
They did. Because she was on that yacht.
Yes, honey, I loved it.
You thought I was on a yacht. But he played, what did he play in? He was on Charmed.
Yep, he
played Andy. He was Officer Andy. Yep. Like, so he has a lot of range. I'm looking forward to him coming back. I mean, I feel like he's a Rick Lansing coming back, like a seasoned vet that hasn't been around for too long or hasn't been like, people have seen him and is gonna come back and just go crazy.
And he's another one. Ted King stays with a check. He's always been working. He's like Fiona Hughes too. I feel like Fiona Hughes, she stays with a check too. She was also on Charmed.
She was on Charmed too. Yep.
In movies, like Ted King as well. Like, these are actors who stay with a check. So I love that for him. I'm happy that he's back, and I just hope that they do the storyline justice. Sometimes Bo does. Like I said, I was just rewatching when Sheila shot Steffi and Finn. It was freaking great. Like, just good storytelling all around. So well, let me just say that I was hooked to the screen, okay, and Jackie made me cry. So I just like leaving at that. So yeah, but I'm excited that Ted King is back, and we'll see what they're going to do with that. Okay, going on to Days. Rachel. Oh, Rachel.
I feel like her mother is such an enabler. Like, this is all your fault. Girl, if you don't take responsibility for your own daughter and you making it seem as if these actions and behavior are okay, because she wouldn't have did it if she didn't think that she could.
Exactly. Kristen does too much for me when it comes to Rachel. She lets her get away with everything. There's no discipline, there's no structure, there's no nothing. And that's why Rachel does what he does. Sometimes I do get a kick out of Rachel because she is literally, I said this last week, she is a mini Kristen. She takes after her, and she takes after her Aunt Sammy. So like, she does, but I'm just like, girl, let's simmer down. I need her. And sometimes even Marlena got in Sammy's ass a couple of times too. So like, I'm going to need Kristen to get in her daughter's ass too and let her know who's boss, because I'm like, Kristen, you were Stefano's favorite. So stop. And Stefano's got in your ass too. It's time for you to get in your daughter's ass.
Okay, I'm going to pause to see what I need to say about Marlena. I'm going to pause. Let's not switch, but I'm sipping on tonic.
Not too much of my girl, okay? Stop that.
No, I don't like how they're using her as a prop. Like, I just don't like. Yeah. I don't like
freaking Marlena Evans. Like, hello, and like Jarlena. They had their song was Anita Baker song. Anita freaking Baker. Anita Baker. That's all I'm gonna say too. And also before then too as well, like, she had another super couple pairing with Roman. People loved her with Roman too. Of course, like, Jarlena took on just a whole different entity out the stratosphere. Like, it's just crazy. But you always were putting her as like the heroine and damn distress, mad storylines out the gate for Grace. Get it together.
Now you got her sitting trying to figure out who Lady Whistleblower is, and I just feel like I didn't like it.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
She deserves better. I do wonder if Deidre has fun when she's Hattie, though. I do wonder sometimes. Hattie, I wonder if it's a little bit more fun versus when she's playing Marlene, because they're not really giving her girl that she needs. So yeah,
like Marlene is very reserved, very established. I've been here, like a different like class, but Deidre is able to be like more fun. I see that.
Exactly. Also,
thing.
Oh, so going into like the teen / young adult, stratosphere, Sophia and Tate, and then we have Holly and Doug. So
it was Sophia and Tate. We heard the baby's heartbeat.
It was so cute. And then you saw them like hold hands, and then Sophia was like, "Oh, like what are we doing here?"
I think they're gonna give us, even though they're parents, they're gonna give us the slowest burn
ever
to them like falling in love and just being team them. It's gonna be a slow burn, a very slow burn.
It is. I really like them. I don't know. I just really like their pairing, and I don't know. It's just something about them. And I always say, like with Days, I just love how inclusive and diverse they are. I do like that they brought in another Asian family. So I do appreciate that. I appreciate seeing diversity on my screen as well. But I just love Sophia and Tate. I think they have the chemistry. It's something there and it works for me. And also I like Holly and Doug. I do. They have something. They have chemistry.
I really enjoy Holly and Dougie. I like them on my screen. Like, I don't like, and I want to call him Dougie. I like Dougie. I hate that he stole the necklace. And I see that they're trying to redeem him through his relationship with Holly. Like, he's very caring. He didn't want her to show up. He want to make sure she's safe. But
exactly. Like,
I don't know. He shouldn't have stolen the necklace.
You get to see. He stole Alice's necklace. Oh my God. But you see how they're low-key trying to backtrack, like, I'm gonna get the money to get it back type of thing.
Right,
so
they want to redeem him, but it's like y'all should have started with that.
Exactly. Or just like I think it would have been better, showing him with just so much guilt and racked up, like, how am I gonna get this money? How am I gonna pay them back? Oh my goodness, I see this. Can't bad. I feel so bad. I'm still gonna take it. I hate how they did it where they blamed like Steven and then it's just like Julie had to come in and defend her brother. The whole the other Hortons was against him. They low-key kind of dropped like Jennifer figuring it out that it was him. And I'm just like, I hate when they do that. Like they just like disappear for a moment. But I guess they're trying to just, do the other storylines and things of that nature, but that needs to be back. So I'm wondering if when they decide to bring that like Jennifer is going to be the one to find out and this and that. So it's a lot to be to figure out there. But I do appreciate Holly and Dougie.
Yeah, I think they're cute.
They are cute. And they have chemistry too. Like I'm a Kimmy girl. Like if you have like a little spark there, I love it. Like,
yes, I think it's just the romance side of it. Like, I think the soaps are missing that passion. So, any chance that we get to see it blooming from the beginning, we're just like, what's going on? Oh, they're cute. Okay, we want cute. Let's ship them. Like, we move so quick.
Exactly. Because the romance and the passion in soaps is really, really missing. If you're not like Nate and Audra on Young and the Restless, like,
hey, they was in that bed.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, or Steffi and freaking Finn. Oh God, girl,
they are really cute.
So yeah, those are the only two couples that they allow to be romantic. You get to see full-blown love scenes, like all of that stuff.
Yeah,
I can't think of anybody else. Like, I mean, everybody else now really like fades to black. A while ago, Chanel and Johnny did, but now it's just like
their beef.
It's like nothing now. Like we didn't even really get to see like even Joy and Alex. That was a kind of like a fade to black too. So I don't know. That's what all the soaps is doing. Granted, because the one love scene I did not need to see was some Drew and freaking Willow. I did not need to see that. I don't want to see that. But we'll talk about we'll talk about that later.
I gotta come back.
Yeah, we are back to that. But also, so Sarah didn't tell Xander the truth. They're also another hot couple who used to have like hot love scenes too as well.
Ever since she woke up, I was like, okay, I see. They had one when she woke up. They did. They had a Christmas one when she woke up.
But I don't know. Like, I understand why Sarah didn't tell him, but I'm just like, but it's to create drama. We all know this. She couldn't tell him because then they'll be boring. So you already know a breakup is gonna happen. He's gonna get so upset, and then they're gonna have to find your vaccine.
And then on the flip side of that, you got Philip and Stephanie. Philip didn't got caught.
Who no one cares about. I like Philip, but I don't. Stephanie just.
I told you that I thought he was shady with the company, though. Remember, I was like, I think he up to something, and you were like, I don't know, he might be redeemed. No, he's still shady. Look,
he is so shady. He can't help it. That's just him. But I'm always gonna be a Philip apologist. I can't help it. I am one of those, girl. But
I know your favorites.
I do like Xander too. I do, but like I think for me, sometimes it's with like characters who've been there the longest. I'm a little bit more like lenient. So the only one who I just hate when I have like Brady and Philip, arguing and things, because then I got to go with Brady because I loved Brady with Chloe. Like that's one of my favorite pairings from Days. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like Brady and Ava, but I know Ava's been with others. But we shall see.
I do like. I think it's Tamara. She just has that where she can like be with just everyone. Yeah. I like them together too. Like she has that, and I know a lot of Days fans do not like her with him just because of everything that Ava has done. I get it. I completely understand, but like once again, I can't deny if I see the chemistry. I'm sorry.
They're cute.
They're adorable.
Harris ain't coming back.
Yeah, he is not coming back. They got rid of Stefan, who should have been with Gabby any freaking ways. So it's like done up. So it's him, and they like Tamara. Like I've always heard great things about her as well. So like let my girl breathe and collect the check.
She might be the one to find Rachel.
Exactly. Shut some people up. Okay, so I know we usually go in alphabetical order, but like I said, because General Hospital has so much going on, we're just gonna go right to Young and the Restless. So I have to say, even though it was just only on Friday, I don't know. I love me some Cameron Grimes. Like when she was confiding in Nick. I'm thinking about probably Rick on General Hospital, but when she was confiding in Nick about her fears for Sharon and just feeling like all of the guilt and that it would be her fault because, Ian came back and he came back for her. I really understood where she was coming from. And I felt really bad. And I was like, oh, woo, woo, woo.
No, those were great scenes. I really did enjoy the scenes between her and Nick. And then like even Sharon scenes with her in the basement, like her chanting her kids' names as she tried to get free. She was like, no, Mariah Faith. No, Mariah Faith. I was like, oh, you're such a mom. Like, come on, kids, give her motivation. Like, I thought that was the cutest moment. But Mariah is like a very just powerhouse. Like Cameron is a powerhouse actress, period. So I love seeing the emotion that she was able to have in those scenes. And I feel like Nick didn't like amp up more. Like I feel like he was very like low-key balanced and let her be the powerhouse in those scenes. Like I really did appreciate that.
Yeah, because I think, being the fact that Joss and Cameron worked together since she was a child, I think they kind of understand the dynamic of each other. And I think he gets that this is like her moment, you know what I'm saying? To like
absolutely
to be overwhelmed and let it all out and let her shine. So I really always appreciate when Josh and Cameron are together in scenes as well. Like I just think they're great. I can't help but love it. It's just a throwback to when Cameron was a child and played Cassie. So it's just like little things like that that I just like love to see. I'm also happy that they finally found proof that Sharon was kidnapped.
Yeah, because Sharon has been down there in that basement with her sparkly sequence New Year's outfit 2-piece on with her heels for a very long time. Free her.
Yeah,
and y'all know I'm not even Team Sharon. I'm Team Truth. I am Team Truth. And Sharon down there in that basement, it was crazy to me how they zoomed in and had all the snacks. I'm reading the snacks like popcorn, girl. They gave you some chips.
all of that.
Free her, free Sharon.
It's a minute now too. It is time for her to get free. I feel like January is almost over, and this is
she's been. Oh, and that even reminded me, like Rafe is still kidnapped. Like y'all let these people go. Let them go. We not gonna go into February with these people still locked up, y'all. Free them.
Free them. We need new storylines for February sweeps. I do have to stay tuned. I'm starting to feel like the whole like Daniel, Phyllis, and Billy is starting to be repetitive to me as well. Like I'm just like tired of it. Like okay,
like Phyllis and you don't like Billy.
Yes, that is true.
You have a low tolerance, but as a non-biased party, yeah, it's dragging.
See, okay, so it's not just me. I like Phyllis when she was with Jack. Okay, I do like her when she's with Jack. I was watching old scenes of that. I loved it. Also, then we have like Adam trying to get Chelsea to move in. It's giving boring at this point in time. So like, and the thing is like, I don't know where Adam's edge is. Adam is the only one who is really like Victor. And it feels like they have dulled him down, and I need my Adam with an edge back. And it also could be to the fact that they took away. He has a great parent. He's great with Sally. Like the chemistry became as well, and they took that away. But it's a little bit boring. Yeah. Like you know, yeah, we can definitely move past it. And then, of course, like the last topic that we do have is Claire wind up seeing Jordan. She's trying to make a plan and informs her mother and grandmother as well. So,
you're not a Claire fan either. So, you're not a Claire fan either.
No, I'm not. I just felt like there's so much missed opportunity there with Claire as well. Like we should have seen her continue to struggle, continue to fit in. I felt like Katie and Johnny like at first Katie did have like all the fire for her older sis, and then 2 weeks later it was gone. We didn't get to see her struggle with everything that she's been through. We saw, but it just felt like it was rushed. And now she was just over it. And like life is a fairy tale. And I'm like the princess of the Newmans, and everything is just perfect. We barely see Victoria anymore. I felt like I would have really wished for her to be more of a vixen. I would have wished for her to struggle a lot more. I would have wished for her to be along the lines of All My Children's Kendall and Guiding Lights Dinah. That's what I would have, wish for her, because it took a long time for Erica Kane to accept Kendall as well. But then with Dinah on Guiding Light, but I think her name was Vanessa was her mother, and Ross. Like they didn't play about her. They didn't what they daughter did. Like they was gonna go up. So like I would have liked to see like either like Cole or Victoria, one of them go up for her always, and the other one's like really like struggling with this whole thing. So yeah, I do believe it was some missteps with Claire, and it could have been a really great, juicy character who had multi-layers and who was struggling. And everything's great.
I feel like they're trying to build her up right now through her pairing with Cal. Like that's how she's gonna like.
But in the soaps do this, I'd be so tired of this. Like They always have to have a woman with a man. We always don't need a man to build her up. You need to do character-driven character development, and the man will come. Because of course we're going to want to see them in a pairing, and of course we're going to want to see them in a hot pairing.
Right, but you root for them to win on their own, and that's something that I feel like a lot of the heroines, as well as vixens and soap operas, lack, is that you root for the pair and not necessarily the individual.
Exactly. It's kind of like lost a little bit, which is really like sad. You know how many parents that Erica Kane had, but you was rooting for Erica. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Erica, point blank, period. And there are so many other characters that we can talk about. Like even Blake on Guiding Light, she was a vixen too at first. Like Lucy Coe, like even with the heroines, like you rooted for Laura, you rooted for Anna, and then they had these pairings as well. And it's just unfortunate that we don't get to have the woman solo be amazing on her own, but they can to strap them to a man first, like they're not anything without a man. We are so much more than that. So
that's our spiel for today.
That's our spiel. Now on to the show of the shows. General Hospital, they are not great by far. They are not great by far. So if y'all understand, it's a reality TV reference, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cordell is not great by far, and that is General Hospital, okay? But
we here.
Girl, sometimes we get a moment. And that
we know I've been a little soapy this week.
Soapy and
gave out reparations all week.
All hell goes to Tracy Angelica Quartermain, played by Jane Ellie.
Big one. She was handing out verbal ass whoopings the whole week.
You can get one.
We love you.
Like
everybody who came to the house. Who next? Line them up.
You get a whooping. You get a whooping. You get a whooping. Yes. I was like,
stay here. Bye.
we know it is nonsensical. We know it doesn't make sense, but I don't give a goddamn. It's great to see. Okay, Jane is just firing off on all cylinders. Like the even like when Sunny came in here and she's looking at him like the audacity of you coming in here right now, knowing what you have done to this family. Like you killed AJ, you took Michael. Girl, I was sitting there like,
Carly, that woman's life has never been the same since you stepped foot in this town. I was like,
word. No, when she told Carly, like, oh, my chest hurt. I felt that. Okay, she was going in. So first we had her going in on Sunny, by themselves alone, calling him out for basically murdering AJ as well, the destruction of what he has done, calling out that, Michael has been in numerous situations, dangerous situations because of him, and laying it all down. Girl, your thoughts on the Sunny part?
Her and Sunny has had scenes before. They had their relationship connected through Luke. Like they had that scene earlier last year. They celebrated Luke's birthday, and both of them were able to, just like have that moment talk. That's that just connection. So we know that they are able to have scenes where they're just like chill. I think that Sunny tried to be respectful. He came in like, Tracy, come on, bro. Let the kids go. She the kids are staying here. Come on, Tracy. Michael in the hospital, Tracy. What we gonna do? Sunny heart messed up. He ain't trying to start no shit.
Right now.
Tracy. And then I love the Sunny head shake when shit ain't going his way and he just go. Like, I can't believe this shit here, but whatever. That's literally what he kept doing, like. And then, of course, Carly has to send Jason because she sends Jason
for everything.
Not gonna go herself. I need you. Jason, what do you need, Carly? He get in there and he did something that was 30 years in the making.
30 years, bro. He got in that car December of 1995. By January of 1996, Jason Morgan was born and Jason Quartermain was dead. So to see him kind of like just break a little bit, Steve was acting. Steve was
and, you know, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews too, because I love Jason because I know what Jason is capable of. Yeah. You know, this half-ass acting that he does, the light work, the stone coldness. I know what you can do when you passionate.
Yep.
You know, don't make me pull up when you done had gray t-shirts on before. When you done had the blue t-shirts on when you was baggy. You used to act, my guy.
I just watched the scene with him going in on Robin after she told AJ that he was the father of Michael. He was going in.
Take Miss Quartermain. I mean, please take Miss Scorpio home. Take Scorpio home. Like, Jason used to act, baby. Jason used to act.
Okay.
So to see him sitting there in his conversation with Tracy, and just every time his eyes water my chest, I'd be like, come on, he finna give us some. Come on. And it was the embrace, like Tracy's hug. So I don't know if you remember the scene when Michael was going back to the Quartermains and Monica came to the penthouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like 1998. 1999. Monica came to the penthouse and she reached, you know, for him, and she stopped herself. And he opened his arms and said, "It's okay." When Tracy hugged him,
he loved her.
And he hugged her back, and she touched his hair, and it was just like my nephew, you know, like my nephew, like you're protecting this family that she was born into.
That has wanted you back for over 25 years. We've been waiting for this, and also, you know, I think because rest in peace, Leslie. I think that we were also feeling it because Leslie has just died, so. Yeah. To know that Jason chose Monica and the Q's right now in this moment, you know, meant a lot because he couldn't even choose his own sons, his own sons that Liz and Sam gave birth to. He couldn't even choose them, and he finally put his family above Carly and Sonny. And for me, that was something great to see. And it was still like he was still Jason Morgan. But also he realized what it meant to Monica, his mother, the woman who loved him.
I think one thing that we always, you know, we say like, oh, he doesn't have any memories. He doesn't have any memories. Okay, well, that accident was 30 years ago. He has 30 years worth of memories now.
Yep. And the rebuilding. And just like I also saw a scene where Monica, after his accident, was wilding out on him, and they were wilding out on each other, I should say. And so to watch that scene and to think about all the years and where they've come from and work to have some form of a relationship, like even the picture where, you know, Monica took a picture with him and Wiley and Michael, and just like seeing moments like that, and now to see a moment like this, it was absolutely beautiful.
I stood up and clapped. I was a little drunk. The wine was flowing, but baby, I stood up and said, reparations, because we have waited for that moment. And then I love how Tracy was like, your father would be so proud, you know, like, because Alan's death is still too. Like, Alan's death haunts him. Alan's death haunts him so
he went, because you remember him going into the hospital room to talk to Alan. You remember that? Like, you remember
that fall at the door as he was running. You know, as he was running, he caught himself at the door. Emily just standing there crying, and he was like, he's gone, but he still said that, like, the monologue that he gave to Stuart Damon, like, even in the death scene, like, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And I think, you know, even after the conversation that he had with Tracy a couple of weeks ago, when she was like, you're the true Quartermain, and he said, I think I am.
Yep.
I think it's something coming.
I hope so. Bring back Jake too. I keep saying this. I need a Danny and Jake. I need a redo of freaking AJ and Jason. Like, I need it in my veins. I need the history. Give me the history. God damn it. Like, that's how I feel.
You're not gonna do it.
I know they're not gonna do it.
Jake. Like, Hudson West is Jake.
He
so
is.
It's like,
I just can't.
And that boy can act.
He can. He just so much history there. So once again, just to have the history bestowed, recently, and I think that's why a lot of us went up for it, because this is almost 30 years of history in our faces. 30 years, y'all. It's almost 30. It's almost 30. Well, low key, it's almost 30 since the accident. So like, bro,
he chose the Quartermains over Sonny and Carly, and like, I wish everybody was there. Like, I wish that Danny had seen it. Not the switch. I wanted to get it while it's fresh. Chase and Willow. I was gonna say I wish everybody was there, and in my head I saw Brooklyn and Chase in the background, but then I said no, Chase don't deserve to be there because my God, this is not your fight. You don't got nothing.
You just got here, Chase. Sit your ass down.
Be quiet and watch. Talking about someone. I'm Willow's friend, and just did this, and
It's like Tracy really did go and
no, my thing is Willow was sitting there like, I really do just love the men that come and save me, and he gave me a family, and Drew helped Lisa come back, and I was saved from Shiloh, and I'm in my head like, yes. The therapist in me was like, you better have that awareness. Come on,
girl, wake up.
You're being too hard on yourself. No, I'm Chase. Shut up. What are you doing? Sit down. Like, what are you doing?
Like, Jason, because
baby. What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, go find your woman. Like, go find your wife, I should say. But low key, like, the actors did have chemistry there too. They did. But like, I said this last, I need Willow to fight her own battles. Everyone is always fighting her battles.
And I think, and they always want to say that has a lot to do with the Shiloh thing. She never had a voice. Okay, well, character development. She done been through a lot. She should have found something by now.
Yeah, it's been years now, sis. Like, I'm not gonna keep saying you should have been in therapy. Like, come on now. I get it. The Shiloh doing a day thing, Harmony. Your son was, your son wind up dying. I get it. I get it. But it's time to actually reevaluate your life, see what you're doing, and actually take accountability also for the things that you've done. Let's grow up, at this point in time, because you're still following after Drew, girl.
Let's grow up. She is not growing up. She's not. And Drew is just so manipulative. Like, I hate what they've done with this character. Like,
destroy the character
every time he gets on my screen. And then I have to think that I ever really liked Cameron Madison as a character. Like,
I mean, he was fine as Ryan on All My Children.
A womanizer almost ish. Like,
yeah.
But now you're old.
The character is the character of Drew is really unrecognizable, and it's so unfortunate right now, because like I before we started recording, I told you too that like I hate Drew as much as I hated Esme. And that says a lot. Like, when he's on my screen now, I just roll my eyes so hard, and I cannot wait for him to be off. Like, I hate seeing him. Like, there's no love hate. You have characters that you love hate. I just hate the character. I want him gone.
Same.
It's so bad. I just cannot. And also shout out to Emma Scorpio Drake. Sis used that her full name. Did GH get the freaking message? Okay, Robin.
They talking about it.
You already know Robin would have made sure that her daughter said her whole hyphen name. Like, come on now, don't even act like that. Okay, point blank period. Also, I'm also just wondering about the Sasha situation. I'm kind of wondering how that's gonna play out. Is anybody gonna find out that Michael is actually the father of her child? I don't know.
Michael knew. So if Sasha say something, she could say Michael knows, but Michael is alert. Like, because when Carly went into the room for their scene, he opened his eyes and she was like, Mom's here, Dad's outside. When Willow permitted them to see him, Anywho, but I don't know. And I know Chad's last scene, I want to say
Tuesday the 21st.
Yeah.
and he's out of here, buddy.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the whole Sasha's pregnancy situation is going to pan out. Also, I think our last topic is Stella, Kai, and Trina.
Oh,
First of all, Tabby looks so cute in pink. Okay.
dude. Oh, I love the yoga scene. I love the yoga scene. I wanted to see them doing the yoga.
Now you see this. Okay.
But when they first came on, I thought that Stella was saying that Kai was the instructor. And I was like, and they were like, no, it's Ashanti. I'm like, oh, okay, Ashanti, Kai. No, that's not the same person. But I think that Kai and Trina, they have chemistry.
Yeah, they do. I think they're cute.
They have chemistry.
They for them.
Yes, and I feel like it was a lot of pushback with her and Gio, which I agree. Gio is like a cool little brother. Like
Gio, Kai is not Gio or Rory at all.
No, he's just like a cool little brother for her. Like we'll see what's gonna happen with him and Emma's parent. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah. But I feel like as far as Trina goes, I like her with Kai.
Me too.
Now, I don't like the speculation that, is gonna be when I see Naley season 5, like, he get injured. And I think I kind of put that out there on Blue Sky too. I was like, I hope it ain't Naley, like he's injured, she's taking care of him, or he gets addicted to painkillers or something. Like, we hope that's not the scenario, because I don't want it to look like she's taking care of a man.
Yeah, I don't want that either. We have enough of that also.
Right. It's been enough. And Trina's been through a lot this year. She hasn't really gotten a lot of time on her own without being a prop for other people's storyline. So, and then even when it comes to grieving Spencer, like Josh got her grief. Dex ain't getting no funeral, but they gave Spencer a funeral and had them out there in the cemetery, and he ain't never had no body found. That's, neither here nor there.
The whole memorial thing was like horrible. That was probably one of the horrible funerals I have ever seen.
It didn't make any sense. Why are you in a cemetery and y'all never found his body? What did you bury?
But even how they had everybody segregated, the only people who even comforted Trina was her own people, besides her family. Of course, Ava, because that is her mentor, adopted, like second freaking mom. And then it was like Cam and Josh. And then after that, they didn't even have her go to the freaking Windermere, which is absolutely insane. So like that whole thing was just a smack in the face again. The only time that we ever really seen Trina actually grieve Spencer was essentially at the grave when she was like by herself talking to him.
Yeah,
that was it. We barely got anything. Now she gets to talk about it a little bit when she's comforting freaking Josh over Dex. So it's just like that was a whole prop, a whole botch situation when it could have been worked so beautifully, and it just they just messed it up. So like I agree, I would definitely I don't want to see her taking care of him. I hope they figure out another way to essentially tell another story for them, because obviously they're not going to be working on a project anymore. The semester is over. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what is their next story going to be? Maybe it could be like the betting situation. Selena Wu is back. Yay! So
back. Yes.
Pull them into that storyline, because I still want Selena Boone to say the paternity test ain't true, and that Taggart is the daddy. Taggart always going to be the daddy in my eyes. So it would be nice to see them pulling into like the betting situation, and not just give it to Cody. So we'll see. I have no idea. But I did think the hospital scenes were cute. I thought Tabby looked amazing in her pink, and you could see like giddy over him, and you could tell too he's a little suave over
her. And I just feel like we should let that happen. Let's just I feel like it's being ruled out before it really gets the chance to do anything. They haven't had a date. They haven't had a kiss. We don't know. We might get goosebumps, y'all. We really don't know. I feel like if fans cancel it out before it happens and is not supported, and I hate to say it like this, because, and this is General Hospital's track record. If fans cancel it out and it's not, they don't see that we as a fan base think that this is important, not only for their pairing, but for Trina, we don't know the next time that she'll get an opportunity.
Mm. And that's sad to even like say, but it's real because that's how General Hospital does move. And I've always say too, I just want the best for Tabby, and I feel like they can have the opportunity to write a very good story. Like, hello, she was the heroine and the superstar of the Haunted Star. That was her show. Okay, it is quiet as it's kept. It was the women who coming up there, pow pow pow, and Laura,
what's up in her heels. So
Holly and Liesel, like it was the women doing all of it, but then the men got all of the praise and the glory, which would never make any sense to me. And also, if Trinidad wasn't able to make that call, they wouldn't have been able to find them in the first place. So we know that they can have stories, but also we don't have Shannon Peace there anymore. So like, there's a lot of missing pieces. I just hope that they can essentially write a good story for Trina and Kai because they have the chemistry. They just need the story.
Yeah,
for.
I agree.
Oh, and now moving on to y'all already should know, and we both agree. I wrote my piece about it. So the breakout star of the week goes to no other than the Jane Elliott. Okay, like
Tracy Angelica Quartermain, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy Angelica Quartermain, because she did her biggest read this week.
You get one. This was on.
And then she's like, "Don't touch me," and then she left out in cuffs. So we'll definitely see how this week goes, and I hope she's still reading them at the police station too.
She will be. Yo, Jane. I feel like Jane Elliott is having so much fun. She is on fire. She is non-stopping right now. Shout out to our girl Jane. Keep doing uses. Like, you are literally reviving General Hospital right now. I'm gonna watch it because of you, girl. What?
It's hard to remember that she's acting.
Yeah,
like everything just flows so easily. Like her laughs when people talk, just like it's like it's giving homey. Like it's giving matriarch. I've been here.
Oh, yep, it's giving matriarch. And actually, I just was able to watch her when Edward faked that he had a heart attack, and I'm telling you, the woman switch, woo! Oh gosh, so she's still so good, epic, epic.
I think they're trying to put her a pairing with Marty. So
we shall see.
Is he going to be the one who comes get her from the police station? We shall see.
Well, he's freaking defending Willow
attorney, but let's see what happens when Tracy get arrested.
Yes, let's see. Well, we've hit everything that we've hit on, and we always want to thank you for joining us and chatting with us and hearing our thoughts and hearing our views. I just feel like the soaps was low-key soaping last week, so let's hope that they're able to keep it up. Low-key, I think they're preparing for Beyond the Gates. So,
and I'm just thinking it's a new year and everybody's doing everything different for 2025. But no, y'all are preparing for the gates to open because the gates are opening in a month.
They're opening. You want to make sure you have something because even I feel like younger wrestlers are trying to step their game up. Bode has been trying to step their game up. So we see y'all not low. Okay. Beyond the Gates job, February 24th, 2025. I cannot wait to see it. Well, that's all we have today from Soapwire. Thank you so much for joining us and catch us every Wednesday. Be sure to follow Soapwire if you're not following by some weird and awkward chance.
And if you can't find it, find one of us and we'll direct you to it.
Exactly. Feel free to chat it up. If you have any story, worries, and worlds, you know where to find us as well. And on that note, we'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you. Bye. Have a good one.